the things you loved about dancing, I hear you talk about your teacher and the life lessons and the character that it developed in you. You loved, of course, the camaraderie, the connections, right, with your friends and movement. And now you're basically doing the same thing, but different,
Same,
but better.
Yeah, for sure.
And I remember you like us talking in the early days. Let's go back one more time. So, what did you did your jiu-jitsu class? What did you love about jiu-jitsu? What kind of like made you stay?
So, I loved it. So, two things. One, as I was, being a dancer, being extremely familiar with movement, I was like, this is such a cool kind of movement because it involves another human being. I was like, it's kind of like dancing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like dancing. It's an exchange of movement. And I clicked very well with that. And the techniques, I kind of looked at them like choreography, so that one, I excelled pretty quickly in my white belt because it just clicked for me. But two, it was the community. It was like the family that I felt like I had with jiu-jitsu. I had Krista and that was about it. And so when I went into jiu-jitsu, it was like I felt like a deep, deep, deep sense of community. Similar when I was dancing, like those girls standing on the side watching me cry, we were bonding in that moment. Even if I wasn't aware of it, we were bonding in that moment. And that's the same thing with jiu-jitsu. Like I come out here onto the mat and there's days that I'm crying and my teammates are uplifting me. Days that my teammates might be crying.
The tournaments too,
tournaments.
Right?
And it's like so deep because, unlike dancing, it's like repetition and practice and choreography. Like jiu-jitsu, you're fighting and it's unknown. Like you train all day. You go to a tournament, but you're not up there performing a piece of choreography. Like you're up there fighting, putting all your pieces together with somebody else who's done the same thing. And so, through the wins, through the losses, through the hardships, through the injuries, something that's just been so beautiful for me is like my relationships and my connections with my teammates and my community that I have around me. So that's like truly deep down at the end of the day, what keeps me in the sport is because of the community, and it's not just here in the gym. It's like on social media. It's all the people that, reach out to me and ask me questions. Like I genuinely want to help all these people and make them love the jiu-jitsu experience and the jiu-jitsu community because I know how much it saved me. When I was at my really, really low place in life, it was these people in this community, in this sport that kept me going.
Yeah. I've gotten good feedback from people that have visited the gym because they follow you on social media, like women especially.
Yeah.
That are really inspired by you and just by sharing your stories and your messages, with them.
Thank you. I try to be like we talked about in the beginning, like authentic. I try to be authentic on there because when you lose, it's not like, oh man, better, I'll be better next time. It's like, no, there's so much more going on inside your heart than that. And I understand that it's difficult for people to share, but I want to share it because I feel like from the few people that I've talked to that do share their authentic experiences and losses and hardships, like those are the people that help me grow. And so that's just what I want to try to do my best to do as well, be authentic there.
I remember that we were in the Muay Thai, like when we still had a cage, you asked me like, because you wanted to kind of do more jiu-jitsu because you were doing a lot of personal training. You were getting up, you're still getting up,
I know. I still
5 a.m., whatever,
Big, long
but you wanted to do more jiu-jitsu. Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, I do remember that conversation.
And then some years fast forward, you're like, what you want to share?
Well, I wonder if we're on the same page, but you were like, you basically, I said, I want to do more jiu-jitsu, but I was scared because I went from being so poor. I had nothing, living on $12 a week for food. And then I built up myself with the personal training and I was making a good living for myself, but it wasn't what my soul wanted to do. And I told you I wanted to do more jiu-jitsu. And you told me that I had to just go for it. Like I had to go for it. And you told me that I would probably go down, but then I would go up, and that I had to take that leap of faith to learn. You told me I had to take that leap of faith to learn, go down to come up. And I did that. And, I wasn't making the income that I was with personal training, and it starts really slow, like assistant kids coach. But I had the faith, and you told me you just gotta do it. You gotta take the leap of faith. You gotta just try your best. And so over the years, it's gone from assistant kids coach to now I'm running all your locations. It's just amazing, what a leap of faith can do.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like I remember, it was like a year later or something like that. You're like, I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. Yeah. I remember
and
that too.
And you're so happy too. You're like, you're doing the same thing your teacher did with you. Like you're, you can see the connection you have with the kids and adults too, that we met, all the students you have, private students, as well.
Yeah.
And,
I remember that too. I just ran up to, cause it hit me one day. Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got all these private lessons. I think when I came to you, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think I had you and Adit just promoted me from kids coach to director of the kids program. I think it was around that same time, maybe, I don't remember, but I had gone from this assistant kids coach, built up my schedule of private lessons, and then you guys brought me on to direct the kids program and the other coaches in the kids program. And I remember I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing what you said. It's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Pursue excellence. Back to my dad's old
saying.
Yeah.